Hey, all right. How's it going? It's a Dead Man's Tone podcast, a show about horror, news, writing, all about having a good time, right? A show broadcast live from a trailer park deep in the heart of Meth County, Texas. I'm your host, Mr. Deadman. With me is S.K. Barrett, a life coach that can unfuck your life. Forget Jordan Peterson. He doesn't know what he's talking about. You need to listen to S.K. Barrett, okay? Then we have Tammy G, the lovely, wonderful
I'll take
Tammy G.
Jordan Peterson money.
Yeah, you need that money.
Why you gotta cut off my introduction, SK?
Yeah. Mansplaining? Jesus. Is that in your self-help book too? How to mansplain better?
I was not stepping on your introduction. Jesse was stepping on my response to my introduction.
Oh. Is that it?
That's how it is. That's how it is.
Okay. Mm-hmm.
Man, so let me ask you guys, how are y'all enjoying October Blitz?
Is it over yet?
Not even close. Not even close.
Well, I think I'm gonna request some time off.
Oh, request
you just
time
had
off.
time off.
You have like every weekend off.
I stuck my balls. I'm sorry. I have plans for October.
She has a life, is what she's saying,
I
huh?
love how she comes on and pretends to have a life.
Oh, whatever. The days I can walk, I like to get out of my house. Thank you very much.
Look at that.
There you go.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, it's not that bad, right? It's just an episode every day.
Terrible.
Mean, to me, honestly, like the nights are kind of blurring together. They are honestly blurring together. Like,
yeah, I'm like, oh, what day is it? Friday? Nope, it's only Monday.
yeah, just. But yet every night it still feels like a Friday, and then I wake up the next day. Oh shit, that's right. It's not a fucking Friday.
It's not Friday.
That's because, ladies and gentlemen, in case you don't know, these shows we're normally live on Fridays. I'm overworking them, not paying them. Just air it all out, Tammy. Air it all out.
You know, Tammy. I'll tell you how I keep track of the days of the week when all of this shit's all of these shows are going on. It's the NFL. Is it football today? No. Okay. Is it football tomorrow? No.
That's a good way to track. That's a good way to track right there. I like that. All right.
That's cool.
Guys, let's get real here. I mean, y'all can complain about your work conditions all you want, but you know I don't care. I'm a dictator over here.
That's what you like to think. You're a dick.
Right?
Not a dictator.
It's just
Tater dick.
So
Tater dick.
tater dick. What the? Wait. Wait a second. SK, did I send you that pic? That was meant for someone else. Jesus Christ.
Tater dick pic.
Tater dick. Oh, wait. I need to check my messenger. Did I send it to everybody? No way.
It was
You gotta watch that reply all button.
That was meant for someone else. For my wife. Yeah. For my wife.
For someone else. My wife. Yeah.
Totally.
What they call bullshit.
Uh-huh. All right.
Mm-hmm.
But we got a serious topic, guys. We got to get serious.
Do we?
Why so serious?
Because life can be serious, man. Life can
you be serious? So this is the question, because I'm all for this show, but I don't know about you.
I can be serious. I can.
Mm-hmm.
No one believes that. How come no one believes that?
Okay, and I don't.
Okay. That's
Well, it's only because they've never seen it.
Yeah, I've never seen it.
Maybe it's because I've never been serious with you guys.
Well, why not?
Because he's got a tater dick.
Yeah, that's why I got a tater dick.
He's sitting over there with that tater dick.
And the show was never the same again.
Never the same. Which, by the way, guys, if you enjoyed the show, you can give us some support. Patreon.com/deadmanstone. All right. If you do that, you'll get access to the private shows or bonus shows, which I know we're doing a show every day this month. So how in the world are we going to do a bonus show for you? I'll do one for y'all. If y'all want that, I could do a whole confession. I can act like you're
He'll do it, and
my
he'll
preacher.
show you his tater dick.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Well, that takes money, though.
Yeah. You got to be a patron for that.
So
Okay.
you guys got to drop some 20s.
Uh-huh. Oh, that's nice. 20.
You don't get the tater dick for free.
Mm-hmm. No. All right. It's a serious conversation, guys. Life.
Okay.
Man. Life. Life, man. It's complicated. Right?
Is it?
It can be. It is.
I don't think it is. I think we complicate it more than it needs to.
Well, I thought about that too. But some people have a very complicated life from the very beginning, from the moment they're born, right? I mean, the thing is...
Well, unless you're like, Prince of Wales, no.
Yeah.
I think life is what you make it, though. I mean, you have to figure out what's really important and not stress on the shit that's not.
Yeah. I mean...
I've heard a lot of people come to me and talk about their complicated relationships and their complicated lives and their complicated decisions that they have to make. And you know what is true every single time? It's not complicated at all. They know exactly what they need to do. They just don't like the choice they have to make. And that's the complication.
Ding, ding,
that's
ding,
the
ding,
only
ding, ding.
complication.
That's true.
So true.
For the most part.
So true.
Now.
And people are mostly too lazy to make the changes they need to make.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And they want to blame everybody else. That's their problem.
They're either lazy or afraid. Change is hard and it's scary.
Mm-hmm. That's true. Change is hard and it's scary. But, I mean, for some people, life is great and amazing, filled with good times, pleasant moments, right? Other times, life could be strenuous, toilsome, filled with hardship, pain, and misery. I mean, and the reason why I say it's complicated, though, is because we never get to choose the hand we're dealt, right? Like, sometimes some people are like they were given a bad hand in the very beginning, with abusive parents, neglectful parents, horrible circumstance. Maybe they're sold into sex slavery.
Yes, I know where you. Well, Jesus, yeah.
Go dark here, but I'm just saying there are extremes.
But here's the thing: is with everybody compares their worst times and their worst experiences with other people's best.
Yeah.
And they look at the other people, and all they see is the outward appearances, and everything looks perfect for them, and they think, shit, am I the only person who's got problems? Well, no, you don't know what's going on in that house across the street.
Well, and I think a big issue these days too is social media.
Unless you've got like surveillance going.
Well, yeah, true. Well, we won't talk about that, but I think social media plays a big hand in it, though. Like depression and anxiety and all that wasn't so huge, or at least wasn't as much talked about as it is now, because everybody wants to compare themselves to so-and-so on Facebook. They have a better life than me. They have more likes than I do. This, that, and the other. And we've all kind of lost track or, what life is really about. And I don't know. I think it's sad.
Well, and as we're finding out more and more, a lot of these influencers on social media who are doing these fabulous, live on Facebook, it's all fake bullshit anyway.
Mm-hmm.
That's true. That's true. There's a lot of people that will chase with the likes and the retweets and on Instagram I don't know what's going on Instagram. You know what I'm talking about, Tammy G. You getting the reaction for the dopamine rush, right? They want to feel validated. They want to feel something.
Well, honest to God, if you get enough of it, you actually get money.
Yeah, that's true too.
Well, I think it's funny though, because you see people on social media boasting about their life and saying they're doing this and they're doing that, but then these people forget that some of us actually know them in real life, and
right?
It's not quite true.
And you need to call them out. I say, if you know someone out there who's on social media and they're putting up front, call them out, man. Call them out. Take them down a peg, because come on, they need a reality check.
I think it's not about the drama though. I don't know.
Yeah, it's not worth it.
Yeah.
Let them live in their little fantasy la la world, and one day
it'll catch up to them.
Yeah.
Okay, so don't take them down a peg.
You don't have.
Don't worry about that.
Yeah, I wouldn't. unless they're hurting other people.
Yeah, that's different.
But if they're just being lying braggarts, oh, look at me at Venice, and it's all total Photoshop.
Yeah, where I would draw the line is if they're doing something that's flat out like scamming people, like manipulating for I don't know, exploiting for money, whatever, for a huge gain. I would definitely step in there. But little petty drama, no. Of course, I've been bad about that in the past. But trying to turn over a new leaf, trying to change.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's about growth.
Yeah.
Well, so
But
one of
there's
the
too many narcissists. Go ahead, sorry.
there are plenty of narcissists, and if you're comparing your everyday life to a narcissist fake life, you're never going to win that game.
Never,
No.
ever gonna win
Never,
that game.
ever. By the way, I'm going to try some of this Crystal Skull vodka. I've never tried this before.
Crystal Skull?
Yeah.
Is this an Indiana Jones vodka?
Yeah, pretty much.
Does it taste like an old leather jacket?
We'll find out. But Dan Aykroyd, he continues to talk about it because it's his line of vodka. He's always like,
Is he our sponsor?
Oh
no.
He is now. He's our sponsor now. Here we go. I don't even really like vodka, so I kind of do.
Oh, vodka is my drink.
By the way, Trader Joe's has a house brand vodka that I really like.
Oh yeah, Trader's has a good one.
Yeah.
This is actually not bad. I mean, I could sip on this. I don't know about taking shots of it, but I could definitely sip on it.
So many vodkas taste like rubbing alcohol.
Yeah, I mean, I like my Stoli and I like Grey Goose. And
What about Tito's?
Tito's is okay, but I don't prefer it.
God, I thought you said Cheetos.
Tito's are good too.
Tito's and Cheetos.
Tito's and Cheetos. That actually is a pretty good mix. Tito's and Cheetos. No, but anyway. So yeah, not a bad vodka, guys. There you go. We're gonna get some of that money. Get that Crystal Skull money. And great.
I'm trying something with my Jameson. I had some limes that were kind of drying out in the fridge, and so I tossed a wedge into my Jameson.
I thought you said I had some lines.
Lines. Chilling. They were chilling in the fridge.
Is that how you handle the rough times, SK? You had to take bumps?
This is how I handle my rough shit.
You take bumps of pumpkin spice? Or sorry, that's me.
No.
You take bumps of Coke?
That's you, bitch.
You basic bitch.
Oh, basic B. Oh, man. Yeah.
No, man, if you really want to do escapism, do it right and get hallucinogens.
Do some mushrooms.
Yeah,
Yeah.
that'll do it.
Yeah.
With ayahuasca, do that stuff, man.
Drop some acid. See Barney and shit. Like,
Yeah, man.
have some fun. Yeah.
Okay.
I smoked some ayahuasca, but I didn't get very much out of it. I couldn't.
Aren't you supposed to drink
couldn't-
it? It's like a ritual drink, though, right?
Yeah, right. But there's a way to make kind of a tar-ish kind of substance, kind of a hashish kind of a thing out of it. I don't know the process. I just know it's a thing. And I went over to a friend's years ago and tried it because I wouldn't mind seeing shit.
Some wild.
And so the thing about it is you can smoke it,
Yeah.
and you smoke it like pot, where you inhale and hold it as long as you can. And it was just too strong for me. I barely got any kind of a effect from it, and it doesn't last very long.
Are you sure you did it? Because I remember this moment because I was there.
You were not.
Have you guys even met in person?
No.
Through the ayahuasca trip we have. He just doesn't know. He doesn't know. That's what's wild.
That's astral projection doesn't count. I keep telling you this.
I put the acid astral projection. Okay, it's all right. No, but seriously, how do we get through hard times? I mean, the way I talk, it sounds like does Mr. Deadman even have a hard time? Oh, well, actually,
Let me tell you.
Just
let
One-
us talk.
yeah, let us get
Yeah.
talk. I'll let us get talk. Sorry.
One of the things that messes us up more than anything in every aspect of our lives and causes so much fucking grief all the time are the assumptions that we make about, well, fucking everything, but especially
Yeah.
about other people. We make assumptions about what they mean when they say something or do something, or why they did it, or why they didn't do it, or I mean, the list. There's almost nothing that we don't make assumptions about, and I promise you this: 99.9% of the time, we're fucking wrong.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I agree totally.
If we happen to be right about an assumption, it's just dumb luck.
You're right there.
And if you just stop assuming and start asking people, what did you mean by that?
Yeah, exactly.
Because we have these definitions, these meanings for things in our own head, and we also have this incredible hubris to assume that everybody else owns the same set of definitions that we do.
Which is totally bullshit.
Yeah,
It's
totally
completely bullshit. It's completely bullshit. But what we do is like, well, they did such and such, and that means to me that this. And you ask them, and they go, that doesn't mean that to me at all.
So, SK, are you
Right.
telling me that if someone said something and I thought it was an insult or a racist remark or something, maybe I should ask them what they meant by it?
Crazy, right?
Wow.
Wow.
Just not jump
Who
to
would've
conclusions? Man.
Mhm.
But then you wouldn't have that trigger outrage. Then you wouldn't be able to go to Twitter and be like, oh my God, so-and-so is a racist. Oh my God, so-and-so made fun of me. Oh my God.
But that's
Well,
just it. That's what's wrong with today's society.
Mhm.
Everyone wants to accuse someone of something that they're not just because they don't agree with them. Like, it's all disgusting.
Well, they want to shut down. It's all that stuff's all about shutting down discussion.
Yeah,
Cancel culture.
because they don't know how to.
Yeah. But if you want to, you can never have real understanding with another human being until you let go of your fucking assumptions and realize that they have an entirely different dictionary in their head than you do.
That's right.
And the only way you're going to understand what they mean when they do and say stuff is to fucking ask them.
That's
listen.
exactly
Stop
right.
assuming that you know.
And listen, and don't make us don't be so closed-minded either. And don't just hear what you want to hear, because that's what people do. They don't hear what you're saying. They hear your interpretation of what you're saying. There, I can't talk tonight. Sorry.
It's all right. It's all right. You're doing better than me. You're doing all right, Tammy.
Yeah.
So
There's
I
something
mean,
about that, though.
if you could do only one thing to improve your life by leaps and bounds, that would be it. Stop making assumptions.
Mm-hmm. Stop making assumptions.
And stop because okay, so yes, we can go through life and have shitty things happen and feel like we're stuck in this shitty place, but there's always going to be something to be grateful for. And
You're so right.
Get so caught up in the shitty part that they forget about all the other good things that are in their life. Like my situation, like I'm sick. I've been sick for a year. Some days I can't walk, but I have my family and I have people who care about me and that support me. And that, I can't sit here and focus on, okay, I'm in pain all the time. Well, but I'm still alive. And most days I can still do most things, not the way that I used to, but at least I'm still functional to some extent.
Yeah.
There's people worse off than me.
Listen, you are so completely right on that, Tammy. There's mountains of research that shows, and confirms and reconfirms that the happiest people in the world are the most grateful people in the world.
Mm-hmm.
And it's not happy causes gratitude. It's the other way around.
Exactly. People forget about that.
Mm-hmm. That's true. And having that family support, man, there's value in that. It's very helpful.
There is value on it, but you can't depend on that.
No.
You can't. And you know what? It's not everyone has that. You know, like I said earlier, some people are born with a bad hand. Maybe something bad really happened in their family, and they don't have that connection, or they don't even want it. Maybe something happened so bad to where there's no healing that, you know? Okay. Mm-hmm. Okay.
Listen, I had the pleasure to sit in the audience for an interview of Guillermo Del Toro, one of the great directors of our time.
Oh, no shit.
One of the most creative and inventive minds currently out there. I love his stuff. And this is a man who grew up in Mexico, and he experienced some real, stuff that's way beyond tragedy. Just horrific shit in Mexico.
Right.
Horrific shit. And this was the nicest guy, pleasant, happy, just on and on, nothing, calm and all this stuff. And the interviewer, who's a friend of mine, he commented on this. He goes, how can you be like this after everything you've experienced? And his answer has just stayed with me to this day. And he said, when you accept your life as it is, there are no negatives.
Oh, wow. That's pretty good. That's pretty profound.
It's true, though.
It is true. Because acceptance means you don't judge it by positive or negative. Things just are.
Right. Right.
And one of the things that we do to make our lives hard on ourselves is we say, this is good and that is bad, and I want more good and less bad. Instead of just saying, this is the thing and that's a thing and there's this other thing, and just accepting that, things happen and we like some of them and we don't like others, but it's not a question of good or bad. They just are.
That's right. And I bet you that guy was very chill. Even
super chill.
Yeah. Because when you see certain things, when you go through certain very hard experiences, and this is not a contest, guys, ladies and gentlemen. If you're listening and you're going through something hard and you're like, well, what I'm going through is not what you've gone through, I understand that. This is not a contest. I'm not saying, but what I'm getting at is when you go through certain hardships, they change you, man. And if you get through it,
absolutely,
the way what that director did, it's like, it makes you stronger in a way. It kind of makes it to where, like me personally, I've seen some stuff. Yeah, it can. Yeah. It can.
It can also destroy you.
It can,
and it's all up to you how you interpret, how you decide to frame that in your life.
That's true.
Yeah. I think it's all about coming to terms with where you're at and focusing on. And if you want it to be better, then you have to focus that attention on how to make it better, and not just be like, "Oh, my life sucks." Well, if your life sucks so bad, what are you doing to change it? People want to complain and complain and complain, but they don't want to put the footwork in to make it better.
Right? They think that life is what happens to you.
Exactly.
And that's only a small part of it. The important thing, life happens to everybody. How you react to it and how you deal with it, that's what sets us apart.
100%.
You can choose to take actions, or you can be acted upon. You can just,
absolutely.
You're just gonna sit there and just let life move on without you, with or without you. It's like, okay.
Yeah, you can just buy scratch-off lottery tickets with all your welfare money and wait for some fairy godmother to come down and whack you in the head and give you everything you want, but that doesn't really happen enough to count on it.
No.
Or you can get off your ass and get a job and make it happen. I
I
don't
want
know.
that government money,
Oh,
Tammy.
now you
I want-
crossed the line, Tammy.
I want that government money.
No, I don't give a shit. No.
hey. I seen some of the people
I
go to the
didn't
food
know we
stamps
were going to
office.
get into jobs. That's just abusive.
Hey. But
Sorry.
oh, and jobs, man, that's a whole other thing. Some people feel bad about their life. They feel like they're struggling because of the job they work, because they're just not satisfied with the job they work. And that's
Yeah.
and that's like, well,
If it-
I think we've all been there, right? To some extent, right?
Well, yeah, I mean, I think a lot of us end up taking a job just to have a paycheck and not really like chasing our dreams, because sometimes we feel like our dreams are out of reach.
Mm-hmm.
So we're stuck at something that we don't want to be doing. But I don't know.
I have a couple of thoughts on that, and one is, few things in life are as motivating as a shitty job.
Right.
And that's one of the things I've taught to my kids. Okay, have a shitty job because it'll really make you want to study.
Mm-hmm. Make you want to get out of there.
It'll really make you want to do something else.
It will.
Right.
It will. I mean,
On the other hand,
yeah,
even though you're in a shitty job, you don't have to hate it as much as you do. There are people out there who have really miserable jobs, and they're just whistling their way through the day, happy because you choose how you react to your job.
Right.
and there's truth to that as well. Like, man, there was a low moment in my life where I was working at a call center for Dish Network, and when I first started, enough said, right? When I first started, it was okay. Like, I liked it, whatever. It paid pretty well and what have you. But throughout the process, I guess years working there, it wears you down. And it's just, and I guess some circumstance in my personal life, dude, I'll tell you, man, there was a point in that, I think it's like what year was it? I think 2014, I think around that time. I was waking up thinking, like, just let this be the last day. Like, it was so, and when I look back at it now, I'm like, I can't believe I even thought those thoughts. And I mean that literally. Like I was like, man, just like, if today would be the last day, that'd be great. And I realized how selfish that was, now. And I was thinking that because of my outlook at work. And I would talk to family about it. Not in full detail because of how gritty it gets and how real it gets and how worried people get. But it was me, it's,
Yeah. It's, you don't, there's no circumstance in your life that you don't have control over how you react to it.
Right.
yeah.
And
I
mean,
we handle
it's your
things-
choice.
and we handle things differently. Like let's say because some people listening to the show right now who are going through, like, it's like maybe their hardship is work or work related, and they're like, okay, well, that's easy for you to say. How did you do it? How do you change your mindset like that? It's I can't really give you an honest answer that would work. I don't think it's like a one shoe fits all, one size fits all. I don't think it works that way. I don't think there's like a self-help book that you can read and be like, oh, okay, yeah, that's it. That's all I need to do. Is there? I mean, because for me, it was all lone wolf. For me, it was a lot of introspection. It was a lot of thinking about what I'm doing and why I'm not happy with my job, what I want to do with this. And I did take actually it wasn't a dumb risk because it did kind of move me where what I'm doing now. And eventually I did quit. I quit. But I had some other job lined up, and I was moving on and with college, and I had some things lined up, and I felt happier for that. But of course, I took a huge pay cut doing that and all that stuff. But God, it was a huge relief. I know that wasn't a total shift of mindset, though. That was
I don't
me
know what
changing-
your point of that was.
Well, my point in that was that people handle this in different ways, right?
Are you still there, SK?
My point
Sorry, I
of that,
kind of passed out for a second.
my point of that, SK, was that some people, we could say change your mindset, right? But it's real hard.
Yeah.
Because it's like, how do you do that?
It's actually pretty simple, and it is. There's a technique in neurolinguistic programming called reframing, and it's not complicated. It's literally is looking at things from a different perspective, and I mean literally in your mind, literally seeing it from a different perspective, and let me give you an example, as quick as I can. Personal experience. So when I was 5 years old, I thought I was attacked by a dog. I thought. I was 5 years old, big German Shepherd barking in my face. I fall over, it's standing over me, barking and slobbering. I thought I was going to die, right? Mm-hmm. It wasn't really as bad as I thought it was. But, you're a kid. You don't know. So from that moment on, terrified to the bones of any dog running loose. Okay. And for 10 years. But I had to face that every day because dogs ran loose where I grew up. Lots of them. And I had to walk to school. I had to walk to friends' houses. I had to, if I wanted to go anywhere but, church, I had to walk, which meant, potentially coming across dogs running loose. So, 2, 3, 4 times a day, I had to face this fear. And then eventually I figured out how to get over that. Flash forward to when I was an adult, and I'm thinking back on this experience and how traumatic it was to have to face this fear every day and how awful that was. But then I took a different perspective on it. I reframed it as, well, it might have been horrible, but God damn it, I still went out. I didn't.
Okay, so how did you do that? Because I know you make it seem like it's easy and real simple, but there's a lot of people that are stuck on that. Like they can't get over that. They don't get there, right?
Well, I was thinking about it.
Yeah.
And I literally took a third. I imagined one situation where this little 6-year-old kid was walking out the gate by himself and going out to face those dragons, so to speak, those furry dragons. And I visualized it from kind of an overhead view, and it gave me a different perspective, like observing it instead of being in the middle of it. And I saw this little fucker going out there. He wasn't hiding in the corner. He wasn't asking mommy for help. He was just going out the gate. No hesitation. Scared to shit. But he was going.
Interesting. And I get that.
So you if you literally take a different perspective when you're remembering things, you can see it from a different way and understand it differently. And our memories are bullshit anyway. I'm not overstating that in the least. Research shows how crappy our memories are. Even the things that we are absolutely convinced of and things that we're absolutely sure this is what happened and this is how it happened, we're just wrong about it. We're just fucking wrong.
Well, not all the time.
Because our memory... No, we are... Look, they've done this research,
I know
right?
the studies, but not all the time. We're not wrong about all the things we've experienced. I mean, like maybe minor details.
One of the important studies said that it's no more accurate than random chance.
I don't believe. Oh, come on. What?
Yeah.
Okay, so reflecting on a childhood moment or something you did 5 years from now, 5 years ago or something. If that's what you're telling me, then that means like anytime we tell any story or reflect on any sort of memory, then it's just like, what's the point?
Absolutely.
Basically.
But that could be a good thing, though.
I mean,
No, it can be a very good thing. So some of the research points out that every time we access a memory, we alter it to some degree.
Mm-hmm.
And I think there's the seed of hope in this, because it allows us to go take some of the worst shit that's happened to us and go, you know what? I don't trust that memory now. It's bullshit.
Yeah, I don't think memory. I know.
Maybe it wasn't that bad.
I mean, there's certain things you can remember, though. I mean,
okay, let me give you an example.
But there's no way I can prove it to you because I can't. Like, I can't tell you what color. I could tell you what color the bike was, the first bike I got, but you're not gonna believe it because you weren't there, right? So it doesn't matter.
Yeah, but unless you've seen photographs of it, you might actually have the color shade wrong.
It was gray.
Now, take
gray or silver.
Yeah, but
to me,
see, there you go.
But to me, those colors are practically the same. So I mean, it was a Diamondback, but not even a real Diamondback. It was some ghetto put together piece of shit. Yeah.
So they did a study with people who were at near ground zero on September 11th, and they had 50 people who were very close to ground zero and 50 people who were farther away, and they interviewed them and found out shortly after, and they found out, where were you when this happened?
Mm-hmm.
And then they went back 10 years later. Just 10 years later. Super traumatic event, right? Everybody has it etched in their minds, clear as glass. Half the people were wrong 10 years later about where they were.
But in a traumatic event, sometimes your mind wants to forget those things. So that could be why it was off.
Well, except that most people thought they were closer than they were.
Oh, well, I mean, there you go. I mean, that's on a day like that, too. I mean,
it becomes a fishtail, right?
Yeah. I mean,
it also makes me wonder how they did that study. Like, if they were doing, because with some people, people exaggerate a lot, right? Especially something like that. But, oh, man, I was right there. I was right there on the ground when it happened. I mean, a lot of people bullshit a lot of that stuff.
Yeah, but, the little kid who clearly remembers seeing the smoke from the towers coming across the river while she was sitting in her classroom, only to find out years later, and that her mom was there. Only to find out years later, her mom wasn't even in the state. Her classroom didn't face the river. You couldn't see the river from her school at all. None of the things that she remembers so distinctly about that event happened at all.
So she's not telling a story. She's just telling some bullshit. I mean, in that case,
not. It wasn't bullshit to her.
I mean,
but what I'm telling you is that this can be turned
is that it's not 100%
in our
though. I mean, there's people listening. I'm sure there'll be people listening who actually do remember certain things that happened. Like Tammy remembers certain things that happened to her as a child. I mean, is that bullshit too?
I remember. Yes.
I don't remember shit. I did too many drugs.
I have memories going back when I was 3.
Totally kidding. No, I remember a lot of things.
I have memories going back to when I'm 3.
Yeah.
But the thing is that this is a good thing.
Yeah.
This allows us the knowledge that we fuck up our own memories. We have memories of things that may not have even happened. False memories are a real thing. Somebody may have told you a story that you then interpreted as actually happening to you, right? For example, this gives us a mechanism for disbelieving some of the worst shit that happened to us, in our own favor.
Right.
To discount the impact it had. To say, you know what? I can't be sure this really happened the way I remember it. And therefore, to take some of the power away from it.
Yeah.
Yeah. So going back, because now we're on memory, now we're on memory, which I guess it does kind of help in a way on getting through hard times. But the thing is, while you talk about this and you're this stuff, right? Especially the way you told your story. I mean, it's relative to us, right? I mean, how you dealt with it is how you dealt with it. To me, it actually sounds something similar to what I experienced, where I was also a dog situation where I was afraid of ride my bike to my friend's house because some dogs would come attack me. But then my dad was like, "How can we not go? What you're going?" I told my dad I'm taking the longer route to get to my friend's house. He's like, "Why?" It's like, "Because I don't want the dogs to attack me." I was like, "You're afraid of dogs?" I was like, "Well, yeah." He's like, "Just kick him in the face." Like, what? Just kick him in the face.
The fuck?
That will work. We're talking about a pack of dogs. It wasn't that. It wasn't that crazy. It was just a bunch of dogs that would come after you, right? So I was like, okay, well, I'll try that, and I tried that, and
the
it
dogs
actually
that chase
worked.
bikes, man. Those are those scary to death when you're a kid, man.
So I
Afraid
mean,
they're gonna pull you off the bike.
You can't kick a dog in the face.
hey, if they're coming to bite you, you can.
Yeah, if they're trying to bite you, you can.
Well, but
You're on a bike, you're a kid, and they're coming after you. You can do whatever. Come on.
you're on a bike. Just ride your happy ass off. Like, no.
No. We're talking about we're talking pack of dogs, and I'm like, 8-year-old Jesse. I'm kicking.
Oh, whatever.
I'm not actually gonna make contact with him unless the dog is that aggressive. Come on, it's just to scare him away. Come on. I mean, it was freaking Cujo.
Yeah, it is. It's like hitting a shark in the nose, right?
I don't want to deal with him. I'm just gonna kick him in the face.
Right? I mean,
Jesus.
so Tammy,
where was the story going?
That's it. I mean, it's kind of similar in a way, but a different way, I guess, way to navigate it. To me, it was like, I guess, my dad kind of like, I guess he called me out. I was like, you doing what? Just face my fear, just face that. That wasn't really a hardship. I was just facing a fear. But in hardship moments, work related, I navigated that the best I could. Like you said, kind of change your mindset, work in other ways to try to get out. What about high stress? Like not work related, but like family issues. Oh man, like family issues.
Yeah, family. Talk about bullshit.
Yeah. How do you deal with that?
Yeah, I'm not really a good one to talk to you about on this.
Listen,
topic.
I wish everybody here could just... Here's the thing about family. Family's supposed to treat you better than they treat strangers.
Supposed to.
And if they don't, you don't need them in your life. If they treat strangers better than you, they don't count as family in my book.
I agree.
And there's nothing wrong with distancing yourself from family members who are bad for you.
True.
And suddenly your stress becomes much less. Almost like magic.
Mm.
And that goes for friends too.
Mm-hmm.
Yes, absolutely. In the book, The Artist Way, the author talks about getting rid of the crazy makers in your life.
Crazy makers.
Yeah.
Mm.
Oh, you guys gotta go. Sorry, guys.
Tammy G, you might be the crazy maker. I don't know.
Says Tammy.
Right? You haven't done a whole lot of talking about your hardships. Oh, how do you handle yours?
Well, my family situation's good, so I don't have to worry about that. But
Yeah.
I think like my biggest one right now is my health.
Yeah.
And I'll say like when this first happened to me, and I was reading all the horror stories of the people that this happened to, and they didn't get better, and they just kept getting worse. Like I literally sat there for days thinking about how I could end my life so I don't have to live like this. But I got past that dark moment, and now I just push myself. I get up every day. I kind of see what my pain is like, and I make my day according to that. But even if I'm in pain, I still push myself to do active things. Because I feel like when I'm more active, I'm not in as much pain. I know that probably doesn't make a lot of sense to people, but when I'm doing things and I'm not thinking about it, it's not as bad as when I'm sitting. For the first 5 months, I'd say I sat on the couch every day. And all that gave me time to do was read about it and get myself more fucked up into thinking, well, this is going to happen to me because it happened to them. And I had to stop doing that. I had to stop focusing on it and start focusing on my life again and the things that make me happy.
You
like
probably get some endorphins moving too when you're active.
Exactly.
Yeah.
So I don't know. For me, it's just being grateful that I'm even able to walk, because a lot of people that have this condition aren't. And, you know, I'm able to still enjoy things in my life, not to the degree that I was able to before. Like, it sucks that now when I draw something, my hand hurts and my arm hurts for a few hours afterwards. And
oh, man.
It's just kind of like getting used to stuff like that. But I don't think that that's going to be forever. So, you know, it's just dealing with it in the now and focusing on what I can do to make my body heal.
It's weird how a lot of people discount maladies that they can't see in front of them, right? Like, how can you be sick? You look fine.
Oh, my God. I know. I get that all the time. Like, well, you look good, so I thought you were doing better. Or I went to a family party. It was my uncle's and my aunt's anniversary party and my uncle's birthday party. And we saw a bunch of family that I hadn't really seen since I got sick. And they're just like, wow, you look amazing. Like, for being sick, I would have never known, you know? It's like, well, you can't always tell when somebody's in pain 24/7.
Yeah, especially something like pain, you know? You can't see pain.
No.
You
can't.
And there are so many diseases and illnesses that cause chronic pain. You probably never even heard of a lot of them. Like, I didn't know this thing that you have, Tammy. I didn't even know that was a thing.
Yeah, me either. And I was pretty oblivious to like autoimmune stuff and chronic pain. Like, I never really even thought about it. But I will tell you this, like, and this is what I was saying earlier, like, you kind of have to take the good from every situation. Like, for me, like, this happening to me, it showed me who, like, my real friends were. It showed me the things that really matter and don't matter in life. Like, I've gone a year without getting my nails done and, like, getting my hair done. Like,
really?
No, I mean, I know it sounds ridiculous, but, like, those things were really important to me before. And now it's like, whatever. Like, I have so much more important things to worry about than that. You know what I mean? And it's just
right, like shoes.
Really... Well, and that's hard because there's a lot of shoes I can't even wear anymore. So
damn,
it's hard, you know. But it puts things into perspective.
Yes,
and it shows you like what's really important and what's not.
Perspective is key. You know, it's important.
Yeah. I mean, if you're gonna compare yourself to anybody, compare yourself to those who are doing worse, and see so that you can feel gratitude for where you're at. Because I promise you, no matter where you are, if you live in the Western world anywhere, what your life is like now beats out 99% of humanity throughout history.
Yes.
Oh, yeah.
And a lot of humanity right now. I can,
yeah.
You know, even some families here. I mean, I think that's one thing that helps me. Whenever I'm going through something bad or whatever, even now, sometimes I'm like, oh, I'm going through moments and I'm thinking some dark thoughts. Probably shouldn't be thinking. It's just, I think about the families that I see sometimes and what they're going through. I think about that stuff. And it's like, well, I don't have a reason to complain. So why am I even saying this stuff? I don't know. It just happens just in the moment. And it just, I guess you could say I kind of not really brush it off, but just reevaluate things. You know, it's like, come on, man. You don't have a reason to complain. You're doing good. You're doing okay. You got everything you need. You might not be the things you want, but you're good, right?
Well, I don't think that it's fair to say that somebody doesn't have a reason to complain either. Like, we can't compare what someone's going through to.
Well, I was saying that for
else's
me, though. I was saying
situation.
that for me.
No, I know, but I'm just saying, like, in general, like, maybe someone's going through something that they've never gone through and they don't know how to navigate it.
Yeah, that's true, too.
So, I don't know.
Everybody, this thing that people don't seem to grasp is that everybody's struggling with some aspect of their life.
Mm-hmm.
Mm-hmm.
You don't always see it. It could be, hidden pain. It could be financial problems you don't know about because they live in a big house. You think everything's cool, but everything's, if you got to know them, if you only knew, everything's falling apart for them and they're pulling their hair out,
Well, that's just it. Like, with my situation, because I put out a fundraiser because I needed to get a certain procedure to really help me get better.
Yeah.
And people were like messaging me like, well, you have a Mercedes and you live in a nice house. And I'm like, do you not realize that I acquired these things when I was healthy and working?
Right.
I haven't worked a job in over a year and we're barely making it on one income. Like, you have no idea what I'm going through.
It's I remember back, probably incorrectly, but
Probably, right?
But like when I was, I don't know, about 12 or so, and one of my sisters got married, and she lived, the other side of the city, and so we would visit her, like, I don't know, once every couple of months, and Dad would drive us up there on the freeway. It was about a, I don't know, 30, 40-minute drive, and I hated when riding in the car with my dad because he was so fucking slow. It just drove me nuts. So I would spend time, just looking out the window, and I would see these cars go by, and they would be, 6 feet away, something like that, when they'd be going past us. 6 feet away, there's another car with 2, 3, 4 people in it. You have no idea what's going on in that car. They're just right there.
Yeah.
You can see them, and yet you have no idea what life is like inside that car.
Exactly. It's a whole other world. It's
another world. You have no concept of what's going on there.
A bunch of other drama going on, a bunch of other conflicts. You have no idea. You can make assumptions, but they're probably not going to be accurate. Most likely not, And yeah, man, it's just.
Yeah. Like, people were like, why don't you sell your Mercedes? I'm like, because our other car's a lifted truck and I can't manage to get myself in that. Like,
right.
What the fuck? What do you want me to do?
Right.
People are just ridiculous. They don't. Yeah.
Yeah. That's true.
Doesn't it come right back to assumptions?
It does.
Yeah.
It comes back to assumptions. Assumptions don't do anyone good. They really don't. But yeah. I mean, I think we talked about this already. I think just evaluating your life, knowing what you value. I know sometimes some situations, some hardships you go through. For me, it's like I look at it as getting through the moments. There's different moments that come up. Maybe it's a crisis with one of your kids. If you have kids, maybe you don't have kids. Maybe it's a relative. You navigate that the best you can. Maybe it's a loss in the family. Okay. Take some time. Just when you make certain actions regarding that, just for me anyway, what helps me is I try not to be all emotional about it. Like I might process things like a robot. I don't know, but to me, it's like I know that I'm hurt. I know that I feel the loss, but it's like I'm just okay. I know that I lost this person. I'm going to, but okay, I can move on.
Well,
I can deal with that.
So you're not a highly emotional person, and that's just it. Like, people always like question how someone's dealing with something, but we're all so different. Mm-hmm. Like, I'm super sensitive and super emotional. So that thing that you're probably like, oh well, okay,
I make it seem easy though. I mean, it's not easy, but
that's how I handle it.
Yeah.
It's another area that people make assumptions about how other people should deal with shit. And they get really weirded out if you don't deal with your shit the way they think you should.
True.
I had a friend tell me, my dad passed away in 2012. So I was only 32, 31, 32.
Me too.
Anyway, and I hadn't gotten married yet. I didn't have it. There was so many big life moments that I haven't even experienced, and I lost my dad. That was really, really hard for me.
Mm-hmm.
And so I would talk about him a lot, or whatever. And a friend of mine was just like, "Isn't it time to kind of move forward?" Like, how do you even fucking tell somebody that lost their parent? And knowing I have a really good relationship with my parents. I saw my parents every single day.
Yeah.
So to tell somebody it's time to move on, I don't know. I just don't get people these days.
Well, I can understand the comment.
And to go to the extreme opposite on that, when my mother died about 5 years ago, when I found out, I was like, okay, good.
Yeah,
I felt relieved, and that was the full extent of my grief, was relief.
Yeah.
So you can't say there's a right way. The 5 stages of grief are kind of, at best, a guideline.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
It's not going to work for everybody in every circumstance.
No, doesn't. And I think another thing that really bothers me too is you see all these posts on social media about, oh, these people are toxic, or this person's negative, and this. And it's like, okay, asshole. Well, instead of being so judgmental and labeling this person a certain way, why don't you reach out to them and see if they're okay? Mm-hmm. Maybe they're going through something.
Right.
Not everybody is rainbow and sunshines every single day.
Oh, none of us are.
No.
If you want to be honest, if people can be honest with themselves, none of us are rainbow and sunshines and positive every single day. Yet somehow a lot of us make it.
Oh, how exhausting would that be to be around somebody like that?
Mm-hmm. Exactly. But because
it's Jesus,
and everyone's
have some seasons in your life.
Seriously.
Right?
It's okay to feel emotions. It's okay to be upset. It's okay to act a little crazy. It's okay. But people want to put out there it's not. You can't be negative. I only want positive people in my life. Well, go live in that fucking dream world, because that's never going to happen.
Right.
I have a joke about that.
Okay.
So when people say the joke is, I don't think that's going to work. And somebody says, well, can't you be more positive? And I say, okay, I'm positive it won't work.
There you go.
Right?
Like that. That's true. That's true. You're right there, Tammy. I mean,
yeah. People have ups and downs. Deal with it.
It's called life.
Yeah.
I guess
and
that's
if you're going to...
I was going to say, that's the next thing we talk about. It related to this. How do you stay positive? How do you stay positive with all this negativity around us?
Spend less time on social media.
Yes.
Don't listen to the news. Live your fucking life.
Live your fucking life. That is it.
Mm-hmm.
That's the biggest answer right there, because we're all so worried about what's going on with that person and what's bad over there and what's this over there. It's don't fucking worry about it. Just live your life. Live your life. Because that person over there is not going to create happiness for you.
No.
And guess what? You'll become an interesting person.
That's
Thank
right.
you.
Because you'll actually be doing something with your life. Instead of dwelling on what other people are doing, you're doing something with your life. And some people, Tammy, I guarantee you, some people listening to this might go, oh, but I am doing something with my life. I'm searching out those that are troublemakers, or those are saying bad words, or doing that. It was then you're a busybody. Check yourself.
Yeah.
Is that working for you?
That's really not a life purpose that you should be proud of.
Right.
And those people who walk around saying, "Oh, I hate drama," and
oh, Jesus.
Those are the biggest drama people.
Yep.
Right there.
Yeah.
If you have to say that, then you're the fucking problem.
Mm-hmm. That's
Sorry.
true. That's true. And I said this before. I know I'm guilty
totally
of that in the
agree with
past. I know it's true.
By the way, if you're having trouble dating,
Oh, that's a whole other thing. Jesus Christ, I'm married.
single people out there.
Okay.
Well, I'm just gonna say, and this kind of holds true if you're in a relationship, but even more so if you're single and wondering why you can't find a good person to be with. It's probably because you're not interesting. I'm sorry, but it's true. You're spending your time at your job. We were having a good conversation.
I know.
Sorry,
I know.
That's because you were fun.
Oh. That's because it was getting too real, guys. It was getting too real. It was getting too real for me. I gotta be fake. I gotta be
He
fake.
had to go crawl in a safe place.
I gotta be fake happy Jesse. Fake happy Mr. Deadman. You know, can't be real with my emotions.
Oh God. See, that's we'll save that for offline.
No, we can go into it. I mean, I have no
No,
problem.
it's okay.
Oh.
It's okay. I'm good.
You know, I joke around about that, but I think the reason I joke around about that is because we do, like we mentioned that earlier, we all process emotions differently and all that stuff. It's just my way of dealing with that. It's also my way of staying positive.
And there's some practical reasons for doing that, Jesse, as a man, because what we are taught, and I don't know if taught is even the right word. It might be, instinctual.
It might even be biology. I think I know where you're going.
It might be biology, and that is that
there's no fucking class on it. Sorry.
Yeah, bad shit happens, and men have to just fucking keep doing shit. The cows still have to get milked.
That's right.
It doesn't matter how you feel about
You
it.
have to milk the cow.
If you know what I mean.
Yeah.
The animals have to be taken care of. The crops have to get in. The chores have to get done, and it does not matter how you feel about it.
Not at all. Not in the slightest.
And that shit goes back, millions of years. So, it's a very recent thing that men have had the luxury of, caring about how they feel about shit.
Right.
Yeah.
And so it's a really new thing for us. And we're not very good at it.
No. And some men are pretty, they say men should be more emotional. Some men are too emotional.
Well,
what do you think about that, Tammy?
Talk about getting mixed signals from women. Men
Hey,
need
wait a
to be
minute,
more
what
in touch
now?
with their. Men need to be more in touch with their feelings. Are you fucking crying? What the hell, dude?
Right? Oh man.
See, I like a man who's not afraid to show emotion. Like, it's hard for me to be with somebody who bottles everything up and then they explode one day because they weren't able to express how they feel, and that's not healthy.
No.
It really
That's not
is.
good either.
It really is.
You got to have a release.
Yeah.
Like, if you're going to look, man, I know some people might think what I'm doing is like when I talked about what I do, how I handle emotions, I might be bottling it up. Maybe sometimes I guess I admit I just, but I mean, for the most part, it is what it is. If a bad thing happens, or some stressful event happens, and okay, all right, I just get to that moment.
But do you think that it's your job that's made you that way? Do you think your job has made you that way?
Oh, I think a series of jobs made me that way. I think a series of jobs have definitely made me that way. Yeah. When you have to work at a psych facility for a number of years and you have to restrain clients, they're doing some stupid shit. And you have to, you learn how to roll. Just like, okay.
Yeah. Like, for me, I always wanted to get into the medical field, but I'm super emotional and sensitive person. And I don't know if I'd be able to separate myself from certain things. But even my mom's like, well, no, you need to be a nurse because you'd be really good at it.
You would be a good nurse.
Well, and I know I would, but I don't want a job like that because I feel like it would harden me, and I don't want to like turn cold. You know what I mean? Because I see that happen to a lot of people that get into like, you know, police officers and dispatchers and nurses, like, because you see it all the time, you just get immune to it. And I don't think
you kind of have to cut yourself off from those. You can't just be consumed by these things going on every day, every fucking day. There's always something, right?
Yeah.
Right.
And if you let yourself get stirred up by it all the time, you'd just be a disaster.
That's right.
Yeah.
I mean, and this kind of relates to what you said earlier. I think SK and Tammy, like getting off social media. I mean, part of the reason why I don't really deal with Twitter so much or Facebook drama is because I have too much stuff going on in my personal life. Like, why am I going to deal with other people's shit? I'm not doing that. I'm not doing that.
Yeah, it's hard. Like, I'm empathic. I'm very, like I said, I'm very sensitive. So, like, if something's going on with my mom, I carry that weight too. You know what I mean? If my sister's going through something, like, that, I just take it all on myself, and that's really hard. So social media, that's just a whole nother level. Yeah, like, seeing bullshit all the time, it's like, okay, I can't.
Yeah,
So here's a little tip that I've learned about social media. I mean, so I've really cooled off a lot on social media the last few months, and in coming back and getting, you know, gradually more involved again, it's really cool to just see something going on and not participate.
Yeah.
You know, somebody says some stupid shit, and you just move on without commenting. Because here's the trap. It doesn't change anything.
It doesn't. It doesn't.
Well, that's why, like, yeah, like, when, and everything's so political on social media. Like,
oh god, that's the other thing.
Fucking thing.
Hey,
and it's like,
unfollow is your friend.
Unfollow, mute, block. Man, if you want the secret to positivity, just disconnect from politics. Just disconnect from politics.
Yes,
and all that drama.
absolutely.
Man. Whatever happened to politics being a private thing? Right? I mean, like, something that you didn't talk about. Like, and now it's like everybody has to talk about it. And if you don't agree with them, you're a racist, you're a bigot,
oh my
you're
god.
this, you're that.
Everyone's an activist.
I'm so over it. I'm so fucking over it.
If people get too political in my feed, unfollow.
Yeah, I unfollow too. Like, I'm not gonna unfriend somebody because their views are different than me, because that's stupid.
Because I kind of feel like they need to see my posts.
Right?
More than others.
It's just, I don't know. The hypocrisy out there is just, I can't.
Yeah. Yeah.
I think just social, like, every day, honestly, like, I wake up and I'm like, let it be gone. Like, let me wake up and log on to Facebook, and it's just gone. It's gone.
Yeah. I feel the same way. Honestly, sometimes it's like I wake up, think about Facebook and Twitter the same way I did the job I had when I was working at Dish Network. Just let it be gone. There'd be days where I would be driving to work hoping for the building, please be on fire. Please be on fire. Please be on fire.
Office space.
Yeah. Could somebody please burn it down?
Where's my red stapler?
Oh, man. Man, that job, man, it really did take me to a dark place. It really did. It really did. Jesus Christ.
Well, I'll tell you that one of the problems with social media and politics, and not just politics, but I'm going to use politics as a key example, but it's broader than that. And that is that people, all right, we know people believe crazy shit, right? We know this. You know, really crazy shit. And
round Earth. I mean, come on, it's a flat Earth, guys.
What I believe is cool, but what other people believe, that's weird.
Yeah.
Right? That's everybody's attitude.
Right. No, it's true.
And and then we wonder, how can somebody believe that?
Right?
I mean, this over here, this is cool, but that over there, that's insane. How could anybody believe that?
Mhm.
And I think I figured it out.
You figured it out? What is it?
I think so.
Tell us, enlighten us.
Mhm.
I think people believe crazy shit because then they feel special.
Yeah, exactly.
So, like, oh, me and this small group of wise people know the secrets, and it's only us.
You know,
And that makes it special.
I think that's exactly how the Flat Earth Society formed, as a joke, as an in-circle joke, and then it became, but then the joke was lost and actually became a real thing.
Yeah.
Someone told me about that once.
I think that's how the paranormal community was formed.
Hey, oh
Well, the Storm Area 51 was exactly that.
yeah, true.
It was a joke, and it turned into a joke.
Yeah. Hell, I have Dan Aykroyd's Crystal Skull over here. This whole thing, the Crystal Skull, is a joke.
Yeah.
I'm not talking about the film. I'm talking about the chick who claimed she had a crystal skull that was an alien. That was fake. That was bullshit. But
Yeah.
Well, there's a lot of fake bullshit out there. And another thing about social media is the fucking platform for all these keyboard warriors who wouldn't dare say half this shit they say to your face as they would on the keyboard.
You're absolutely right, Tammy. And I've said this at other places, and that is the reason that people are so uncivil is because they're not saying this shit in front of somebody who might punch their lights out.
Right.
Exactly.
They haven't been knocked on their ass for saying stupid shit enough in their life.
I missed the day where it was like, meet me out back. I'll fucking,
Right.
you know, 'cause
Right.
at least we handled our shit right there, face to face, got it done with. Wasn't all this bullshit drama all over social media. Oh, don't like so because I don't like them. Oh my god.
And one of the things it taught you is shut your fucking mouth sometimes.
Yeah.
Exactly. Because all these people, they just need to get knocked out once, just once. And I think
oddly enough, Plato agrees with you, Tammy. I'm not even kidding. Plato advocated that university students should be lined up every morning in the quad or whatever, and a big burly instructor should come along and punch them dead in the face.
Totally fucking
every morning until they didn't get knocked down, until they could take a punch.
Good luck bringing that. Good luck doing that. See, we talk about this stuff.
He actually advocated it to toughen them up, right?
You know, we talk about this stuff, and we know our stuff, right? We have this mindset because I think the way we were raised. But, man, the kids right now, man, they're raised in an environment where you can't punch, you can't even talk about violence in the classroom, you can't even... You can't even make a gun gesture. You know, that's a whole other thing. You can't.
Oh God!
Heaven forbid a parent spanks.
Girl was arrested for pointing a gun finger at schoolmates.
I can't. Like, I swear. And half these bitches who have given me shit online, like, if they'd known the fights that I've gotten into, I think they would learn to shut their fucking mouths. But
yes,
you know,
so
we'll never learn.
I feel for the kids coming, like the new generations coming
They're
up.
completely incapable.
You feel sorry for them? Let's look at the millennials.
Dude, they're helpless.
I'm just like, what the fuck happened to this world?
We
went from like being able to like defend ourselves and, you know, to a bunch of pussies.
Man, when World War III happens and China comes, it's gonna be like, okay, we're not fighting. What's the fight? Shit.
Let's shake hands and drink a tea together. I mean, like...
No, they'd be like, I strongly disapprove of this.
Sorry, assholes, but life is not rainbows and butterflies, okay?
It'd be fine as long as they get their avocado toast.
Right?
Yeah.
My daughters had experiences in grade school with a couple of... One was a bully gym teacher. I mean, I know that sounds like a stereotype, and maybe it is. And one was a classmate. So my oldest daughter had this boy who obviously liked her, because he would go around and smack her in the top of the head.
Okay.
Right? And she was really getting pissed off at this kid. And I said, have you tried to tell him to stop? Yes. Have you talked to the teacher? Yes. And nobody's doing anything? No. Okay, hon. Here's what you do. Here's what you do. You go up to him tomorrow and you say this. My daddy says if you hit me again, I have permission to punch you in the face and I won't get in trouble.
I would have just punched him in the face.
You know what they do now?
I mean, you got to give him a warning shot across the bow, right?
Well,
but you know what?
With her.
But you know what? It worked.
Oh, that's good.
The kid was horrified at the thought. Because I'm going to tell you, my oldest daughter, she probably could have rung his bell really well. She's a tough girl. And, that's all it took.
I never got into any like fights in high school. It was after high school. But there was a teacher who was bullying me. It was she was I think I first had her in like a cooking class or something. And then I dropped the class because she was such a see you next Tuesday. And then they put me in her sewing class. And I'm like, why would you do that? I had a problem with this bitch. And she was so mean to me. So I put little needles in her coffee cup.
And you got after me for throwing eggs?
She was a bitch.
She was a cunt. Okay. Yeah.
Absolutely evil. But I don't think she ever drank it. But yeah, I did that. She wouldn't.
That's pretty vicious. That's pretty vicious, Tammy.
She was a bitch. Okay, she like talked down to me like no other, and so I wasn't gonna put up with it anymore.
If she were to drink that, she would tear up her throat.
That would have been really bad. But
yeah.
I was an angry 16-year-old, and I didn't give a fuck at that point.
Jesus Christ.
Yeah.
But the thing, and this highlights a problem, that nobody lets kids sort shit out anymore.
No, they don't.
It's always man. Oh, you need to go talk to an adult about that.
Yeah.
No, adults just make it worse.
They do.
Every fucking time.
And it teaches it's creating a society of a bunch of tattletales, and they can't do things on their own. They have to rely on some sort of authority figure. So they grow up to get older. They just want to complain to the government, to someone else. I don't like the way this person talked. Let's shut him down. Appeal to Twitter or someone else. Shut him down. Maybe that explains cancel culture. I don't know. Does that explain it?
I don't know. I'm not.
No.
Think of it that way.
Huh.
Cancel culture is all about. Well, it's just massive intolerance.
Yeah.
It's people who have such weak grip on their own beliefs they cannot tolerate being in the presence of anybody who disagrees with them, because as I mentioned earlier, that specialness.
Yeah.
That becomes an identity. That becomes part of their identity.
That's true.
So you therefore cannot even question those beliefs because they aren't just concepts to them. They are who they are. Mm-hmm. So if you question their ideology, you're questioning their existence as a person.
And what group of people is the... No, I'm just kidding. I'm not going to go there.
But there definitely, maybe I'm wrong here, but there does seem to be something with millennials appealing to our being okay with, let's say, corporations, and say, in this case, we're talking about social media like Twitter and Facebook, just being allowed just to do whatever. I mean, I know what I was saying, like,
there's no consequences.
Yeah, no consequences.
There's no fucking consequences for talking shit on social media.
Well,
and that's a problem.
Yeah, there is no consequence, and that is the problem. And then the people who are like just like speaking their mind about something that actually makes sense gets kicked off Facebook. Mm-hmm. Like, I don't fucking understand that.
And those same millennials or same SJWs, keyboard warriors, whatever, which they're not all millennials, but okay, but they champion it.
Quite older.
They champion that, they're like, oh,
Yeah.
Good job, Facebook. Good job, Twitter, for get rid of the wrong thing. The person who said something I didn't like. Which we talked about. SK brought up a good point earlier. If someone said something you didn't like or offended you, bothered you, maybe ask what they meant. Maybe not even on social media because you're probably not going to get anywhere. But maybe just mute and let go. I don't know.
I don't know. I don't know. People are just fucking dumb.
They are dumb. They are fucking dumb.
I'd rather not people at all, and I'd be happy.
Well, that'd be easy. Except we deal with people.
Yeah,
You
I
know?
mean, you just have to be selective. You really do. Don't just let a person into your life just because they happen to be in proximity, right?
Right.
No, that's true. But see, like for me, like I have my certain beliefs, but I'm open to everybody. Like I'm not gonna not be your friend because
Such a weirdo.
your political stance is different than mine. I'm not gonna not be your friend because of this. I'm not gonna not like. I think that us being different is a beautiful thing, and that's how it should be. If we were all the same, how fucking boring would that be?
Really boring.
Like, really fucking boring, and that's the problem.
But
I guess these people just want boring lives. I don't know.
They want to it's about control.
Yeah, that's true.
They cannot stand the thought of people making choices they disagree with.
Yeah.
Yep.
It drives them nuts. You can't have a different choice. There's one right way.
Yeah, fuck that.
Well, guess what? No.
I've been around longer than you, asshole.
That's right. That's right. And this is our trick. See, about staying positive. You know, everything we're saying here just kind of, I guess, relates to how we do it. I mean, I would say just get off social media and don't even bother with that stuff. Avoid politics. But yeah,
Get some fucking life experience.
Thank you. Get off the fucking computer.
Get off the computer, get off your phone, walk around, observe.
Travel the world, see different cultures. I mean,
right?
Do something with
Jesus,
yourself.
just go to a different part of town.
Seriously.
Right? And if you think you have it bad, man, okay. Y'all guys want to shift gears? Talk about something more, I guess, uplifting? I don't know if uplifting is the right word. Do we have some Florida stories?
Florida man! Dun, dun, dun.
That's my boyfriend with them big old Dumbo ears.
You got to show the Florida man picture. This is the canonical Florida man now.
All right, let me pull up the picture. I'm getting it.
This is the universal Florida man picture now.
Where are you?
He's got some good handlebars.
What I'm trying to figure out is those spots on his lips, are those like sores or piercings or spittle?
It's called herp. Let me see. He's got the herpes. Let me see. I gotta look at his picture again.
I don't know what that is.
What's wrong with his fucking forehead?
He's definitely used meth before.
That's the herpes. He's got the herpes on the lips.
Yikes.
Those ears, though.
God damn.
Yeah, those are epic.
I think we can fly with those ears.
Definitely done some. He's got no collagen in his forehead at all.
No.
Is that what's going on? I have no idea what the fuck is going on with his forehead. He's been hit too many times.
There's no collagen there.
I guess so.
Like connective tissues in his forehead.
I don't see the picture at all. I don't see it on the stream.
Oh, you got to refresh. Oh, you might be delayed on the stream. I don't know. Well, I see it now.
There
his mouth. He might have gone down on a chick with a yeast infection.
Wait. This guy is going down on chicks. This guy's going down on chicks.
I'm just
not conscious ones.
It looks like a little bit of cottage cheese on there. I don't know.
It does.
Well, I was gonna bake bread tomorrow, but now I'm not.
It's a little yeasty. I'm sorry. I'm terrible.
That eye, man. He's giving that look. That stink eye. Look at that. You're like, what happened there?
So I'm gonna eat you.
Yeah.
What's the story with this guy?
Yeah, this is this is the guy that Shrek goes, dude, those ears.
Do you see the way he's wearing his... Wait. Do you see the way he's wearing the shirt? He's trying to show his shoulder. You see that?
He's like, he's got that off the shoulder look. That's how I wear my shirts. What the fuck?
This guy's going to be sagging his pants in prison. That's what's going to be happening. They'll be doing that.
So I got to be a little stylish.
All right.
The only thing, let me see what I can find about the story behind. Ooh, oh, that's good whiskey. The second time.
Oh, that's gross. Did it come back up?
Oh, just a burp.
Oh.
So all this, the whole story behind this is that it's just the mugshot. This guy was arrested because he had a suspended license.
Oh.
But then his mugshot went crazy because obviously.
Well, clearly. Wait, he just had a suspended license?
Yeah.
That's all?
Okay.
Yeah.
What the
But
hell?
his mugshot, somebody posted his mugshot and it went crazy.
But why was the license suspended? Now I want to know what happened before that. DWIs.
I don't.
I want to know his name. Is he on Facebook?
Rick Dealey. Rick Dealey.
Let's get his arrest
How do you
record.
Wait, how do you spell his last name?
With all E's except for the last Y.
Are you serious?
Deeley. Ricky
Okay.
Dealey.
Oh
Ricky
shit!
Dealey. Let's
Oh
see
no!
if
I
can
think
find
he
him.
might. I think he might be one of my
Is
clients.
he a relative of yours, Jesse?
No.
Oh yeah, he's right here. He's right here. Born in
He's on-
85, few of the realest alive. He's from Florida, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Florida.
Yeah, I found him on Facebook.
Is he? How does he wear his shirts?
So he wears a bandana to keep the ears down. Oh my god, I'm going to hell. I'm so sorry, Jesus. Please forgive me.
You're a demon. Come on. You're born in
He's
hell.
got like 5 different accounts though. Yeah, and then the other one, he has a hat on and he has his ears tucked into his hat.
You have
I
to.
can't. I'm gonna send you guys these pictures because this is fucking great.
Oh.
Oh Jesus! Forgive
Oh man.
If you think your life
All right,
is
Ricky.
bad, you could look like this guy. Okay.
You could be Rick Dealey.
No, but the thing about it, he's actually not
That
that
bad?
bad looking. No.
Oh
he's
my
actually
god!
attractive.
Just said it.
No.
Lower
like,
expectations
he's not
much?
ugly.
Lower
not ugly.
expectations.
No,
Okay.
that's a really bad picture of him.
It's just a
There-
bad. People have some bad mugshots. I mean, come on. Let's.
You're,
think about
you're
that.
not at your best when you get arrested.
No.
That's
Never.
in the article. There are some other photos of him, and they're really not nearly as bad as the mugshot.
I just sent you guys the 2 of his profile pictures.
Okay. I'll take a look at that.
All right, let's move on.
Okay.
All right. What's the next one?
A Pensacola man is behind bars after cops say he broke into a woman's house, tried on her infant child's clothes, and forced her to watch pornography as he pleasured himself on the couch.
What?
Why would he put on the infant's clothes? Oh, he's a sick bastard.
Oh, he's into the diaper stuff, or I don't
Oh,
even
he's
wanna
in
know.
the age play.
Oh fuck.
Mommy.
Oh no.
That's what he should do.
And I don't even know if I have the right image. This-
Is there one? I don't know if there is a right image for that.
I don't know.
No, that's
So
the
wait,
Jersey guy.
Let me
right.
get this straight.
I'll tell you about the Jersey guy.
This is the Jersey guy. Oh man.
Yeah.
So wait. Did he send an image for this one? It might be. Is it this guy? Well, who's this guy? Is that him? No way.
I might not send an image for this guy.
Maybe not.
Let's see.
I'm not on YouTube right now. I'm sorry.
I have a grainy image of some dude wearing. Is that a dude or a chick wearing a really long?
Oh no, the guy dressed up. No, that's different.
Okay. All right. What's the next story? Oh, I barely even processed the story you just said.
So there you go.
Okay.
I'll do that one now.
Okay.
Since you got the image up. I got all these tabs open. I gotta find the right one. Come on. Florida man disguised as woman robs bank, steals patrol car.
Wow.
Well, making good moves, right?
You can't. It's a lot harder to get chased if you're in the cop car, right?
All right. Everyone's gonna follow that cop car. Which cop car? The one that we're following. Oh, was he? Man, come on. You were okay with the disguise.
I missed what Tammy said because I was talking over her.
Sorry, Tammy. What did you say?
I speak?
Yeah, for now on, Tammy speaks. I'm gonna shut up and SK shut up.
No, I don't even remember what I said now because you guys just kept talking over me.
All right. Tammy, you get first comment. You get first comment.
It's okay.
No.
No, it doesn't have to be like that.
No, it's happening now.
Sweet, sexy voice going, then just shut up.
Well, I want that voice going. I think we want that voice going. All right.
Yeah, exactly. I'm just kidding. Okay, go ahead. What were you saying?
No, that's kind of it for this story.
Okay, what's the next one?
All right, what should we do? Let's do the raccoon.
The raccoon? Okay.
What's the raccoon story?
A raccoon in Southwest Florida went for a wild ride this week on top of a Wonder Bread delivery truck for 16 miles.
What? That's a crazy raccoon.
Oh, wow.
I sent you that picture.
Oh, I guess I didn't save it. Shit. I thought it was too crazy. Oh, man. But
he was sitting on top going, oh, my God, what the fuck? There's some pictures of him. He looks scared to death.
Aww.
Poor raccoon.
Poor raccoon.
Is he okay? Did he make it? Did they arrest him?
In the end, the raccoon held on all the way back to the headquarters.
Aww.
Okay. That's good, I guess. Yeah, it's good. You made it.
Raccoon made it. Way to go, Rocky.
Mm-hmm.
Woo!
All right. I got so many tabs up, it takes a while. All right, this is a good one. Florida man smokes meth, snorts coke, takes Xanax, passes out, wakes up, and masturbates in the hospital.
Sounds like a good time to me.
That sounds like a Florida man right there.
Can't hate on him. Come on.
That's not even a whole weekend, man.
That was a weekend? I thought there was a Tuesday night over there.
Yeah. That was just one good party.
Good time.
Yeah, right? And he gets arrested for that? Come on now.
Why couldn't he invite me over?
That's everyday life over there in Florida. That's what they do.
Right?
Yeah. Yep, that's it. Florida woman stops for massage after a hit and run.
I'm sorry, what?
Oh my God.
A woman has been arrested after she allegedly left the scene of an accident and got a massage.
Stupid bitch.
Well, accidents are stressful.
Yeah, especially when you run after you
Fleeing an accident is even more stressful.
Right?
You gotta deal with that shit, man.
Yeah, criminal.
I agree. Got a deep tissue massage, man.
Oh, so here we have the one of the chicks in the lingerie.
Oh, Tammy G getting arrested.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Right.
that was me.
Actually, the girls didn't get arrested. It was the police officer who got in trouble.
What? Officer.
Yeah, because he was looking in my fitting room trying to get a peep.
Well, I see why. Can't you get a peep? Everyone else is getting a peep.
What? Not everybody else.
A Miami Beach police officer has been relieved of duty and is facing disciplinary action after appearing in a social media video that appears to show him faking the arrest of 3 scantily clad women and marching them to the front door of the police headquarters.
Okay.
Oh, come on. And I bet you it was TikTok, because all them cops, that's all they do now is they're on TikTok. So if you call 911 and they don't come, it's because they're on TikTok.
Yeah. I know exactly what you mean.
Well, the interesting thing is the policeman didn't post the video. The girls did, and they felt really bad that he got in trouble for it. They didn't think he was doing anything wrong.
Oh.
Well, I bet you they're going to go to his house and make him feel all better.
You know these chicks, Tammy? Are they friends of yours? Because if so,
I thought
was one
friends
of
of mine.
them.
Yeah, she's the one in the front.
Come on, look at that picture.
yeah. Yeah, I recognize. All right.
You know, that outfit I got you turned out pretty good.
Doesn't it look good?
Yeah. It's an outfit I gave SK though, so don't you know.
It wasn't quite his size.
No.
I was at SK here. I was thinking of you. And that ayahuasca trip you had that you don't remember when we saw each other. I was
Again, astral projection, not the same thing.
Astral projection. Astral projection.
Not astroglide.
Astral projection. Oh, we're
Projecting my
A
ass.
Florida woman has been arrested following a daring attempt to evade capture for allegedly shoplifting by hiding in the store's ceiling for over 6 hours.
Well, she tried.
Wow.
She tried.
She's pretty smart. She tried. That's for sure.
She must be pretty light. I got to say that because false ceilings, unlike how the movies portray them, they are not strong.
No, they're not.
Not at all. You'd fall right
So
through
maybe
that
her
thing.
ass came crashing through.
Yeah.
How did they find her?
Scanning. Been in the store for several hours.
She farted. Was there a fart from the ceiling?
They couldn't find her because she'd crawled into the ceiling, and so they started looking around, and they pretty much just decided to look in the ceiling, and there she was, like finding a raccoon or a squirrel in your ceiling.
Yeah.
I don't know how many times people would think, "Oh, let's look in the ceiling."
Yeah.
I was wrong. I read that wrong. She eventually, after the store closed and everybody left except for like one cop was hanging out, lying in wait, and she climbed down out of the ceiling and they nabbed her.
Ah, too soon. Almost got away. Almost got away.
Florida woman who burned.
I don't even know this is the right woman
historic-
image. I'm just gonna keep it up.
Yeah, use the same one. Florida woman who burned down historic tree while smoking meth. Surprise, surprise. Busted on drug charges.
So is Florida like the meth capital of the world? Like,
I don't know. It's a tough competition.
It might be the capital. Texas is pretty high up there, though. I would know. Meth County over here. But yeah.
so Texas is pretty bad too.
Yeah, it's everywhere. It's everywhere, Lenny. Tammy G, it's everywhere. Everyone's hitting the rock.
All right, so that's pretty much the rundown this time.
Ah, man. Well, let me ask you. The lady that's on the scene on the stream right now, would you? I mean, if she was hitting on you, you're at a bar, would you?
The ceiling lady?
Yeah.
I mean, she's not terrible looking, is she?
Nah,
I can't see her.
she's not too bad.
Re-
I don't know. I mean, I wouldn't. Maybe some drama. It depends on how drunk I am.
You can't just go by the face, man, or the body.
Are you talking about the chick with the backpack in her hand?
No. Oh, that's way behind. Go forward. You might be delayed. And that wasn't a chick. That was a dude. That was a dude dressed up as a chick.
Oh, are you talking about this chick that has the? Okay.
Mm.
She can actually. You know who she kind of looks like? She looks like Blake Lively.
Oh,
Like a cracked out Blake. That's who she kind of looks like to me.
yeah. She definitely looks like she hit the meth a little bit. Not too hard. Just enough. Just enough.
Well, it kind of brings up a question. Like, this might be something for a drinking game or something. I don't know. Maybe you have to be really drunk to answer this question. Honestly, is like, so if you're sitting in a bar and you're trying to pick up this chick and she starts telling you that she's got a criminal history, how bad does it have to be before you walk away?
I'd be like, I don't care about your criminal history. I'm just looking at one. I mean, like, what do you think this is? You think you're gonna stay around, or is this be a one-night thing? Like, I don't know.
Well, you might want to inquire further, because what if she's like a Black Widow?
I mean, is she gonna tell him?
But is she gonna even admit to that though?
Yeah, right.
And if she does, are you going to believe her?
I tell you what you got to
No,
do.
a
But I
Black
bet you
Widow
she's
absolutely
probably
would not
pretty
tell
great
you.
in bed.
She would not. Tammy, what would you do in that situation? What would you do?
Okay, so if I was hooking up with a dude and he told me he was a killer,
Yeah, he was like, "Hey, baby, I'm a killer."
I'd probably have sex with him because he'd probably be really good in bed. The crazy ones usually are.
I killed like
So-
5 chicks.
And he might be into some fun kinks. So you know what? I don't know. If I knew he wasn't gonna kill me, like kill me, then yeah.
Well, I mean, you won't
How
know,
would
do you?
you know? How
would
would you
know.
know? You don't know. That's the thing.
Yeah, right,
Well,
SK? I mean, he could literally be like the new
Yeah.
Jack the Ripper. He'd be like, "Hey, they call me the Jack the Ripper 2.0."
You know-
What do you think about that?
Bundy had a girlfriend.
See, he didn't kill her.
Nope.
So you're
He
gonna be
actually
one.
did. He actually didn't ever hurt his girlfriends.
Huh. It's just a one-night stand.
See, and I'm crazy enough to where they probably wouldn't want to kill me anyway because they might think I'm like them.
That's true. So if you're
So-
saying,
They'd want to take you on a
Probably work.
3-state crime spree.
Yeah.
so the
Yeah,
trick is to
do
be a
it.
freak in the bed. Is that what you're saying? You got to be a freak in the sack.
Yeah.
Okay.
You know, I
Give it to them so good that they're not going to want to kill you because they're going to want it again.
Got
the
it.
words, the way I've heard it put before. I've never said this. This is the first time I've ever repeated it.
Okay.
But I've heard it said, "Don't ever put your dick in crazy."
Yeah, but crazy is usually where it's at. So, I mean,
Yeah, I understand that
Well-
advice, and I agree,
It-
but I also disagree because man, the crazy's fun. Crazy's fun.
Yeah, bunny boilers are kind of fun until they actually do it.
Like, just bring cuffs. Okay, bring cuffs for these occasions. That way you can cuff them to the bed. And
You're assuming that you would be in charge of that arrangement.
okay, well, here's the question, though. How many that you've been with weren't crazy?
all my chicks have pretty much been crazy, except for my wife.
There you go.
Though she's kind of crazy in a Latina sort of way. But all Latinas are kind of crazy. And by crazy,
Yeah.
I mean a little aggressive.
I
Well,
kind of,
I'm
I
Latina and Portuguese, so that's double.
Hot-blooded.
ahead.
Hot-blooded breed. I mean, it's...
with,
Can't
yeah,
help it.
without even trying, I seem to attract Italian women.
Oh,
Oh, and they're
shit.
crazy.
They're beating you up.
They're beautiful, but they're
They
crazy.
are.
Because I'm a little bit Italian, too. So, yes. We're
But they
crazy.
grow hair, though. They grow hair.
Yeah, they're some of the most, some of the most beautiful women in the world.
Yeah. Yeah, they are.
But they're hot-headed. Yeah.
Oh yeah,
Yeah.
I think they like me because I'm used to it and know how to handle it.
So, like, you're like, okay. Yeah, that makes sense.
So what, is
You
there
know,
a
it doesn't-
sign? You were... How did they know you know how to handle it and that you're used to it?
I don't know. I honest to God don't know, because a lot of times I don't find out that they're Italian or half Italian for quite a while.
Huh. There must be something about you. Is it the
And
shirt?
then they tell me, and it's like, oh fuck, another one. Yeah. But you know what? They're great. They really are.
I think so.
I have to say, I don't have a lot of room to complain about the women that I've been with in my life. I really consider myself fortunate beyond what I deserve.
Good for you. You're probably the only man that would ever say that. So props to that.
Oh, yeah, that's good, man. That's good. And as a married man, I would have to say the same thing. I'm good too, man. I'm good.
Hell, even my ex and I, we get along great.
My ex is not so much.
I think I'm friends with most of my exes.
When you break with crazy, the break is not that great. Maybe it's just the way I handled it. Turn the page.
Yeah, that could be. It could be. I mean, you have to realize when you go into a relationship and not just a fling that most relationships let me restate that. Every relationship ends one way or another. Right? And the person that you end a relationship with is the person you start out with. So you can't go in there and go, yeah, she's fucking nuts. Breaking up with her is going to be awesome. Because it won't be.
No, it won't. It's going to be bad. It's going to be bad.
See, but I've never been the crazy one in the breakups. I've always the guy.
Whoa,
no, I'm serious.
Whoa,
I'm
that's saying a lot.
Ending the relationship.
You know,
like I'm the relationship ender.
You're the,
so.
Well, okay. How are you the relationship ender?
Because every relationship that I have left, I'm the one who broke it off.
Okay, and how?
Okay, well, I was engaged, and I wasn't happy, and I was
a lot of the holes in the desert.
And we were 5 months away from getting married, and I just said, "This isn't right. I'm not happy anymore." Yeah.
Oh.
And that one.
I thought maybe you cucked him or something. I don't know.
No, I'm very civil with my breakups.
Okay. You didn't have to bury him in a Mojave Desert
well,
or
what
something?
you're saying, I think, Tammy, is that you have such an addictive personality that they just can't stand to not be around you anymore.
It's very true.
Yeah.
And they all come back. Like, every guy I've ever dated, like, if they ghosted me, like, trust and believe they come back. Like,
of course.
They all come back.
Guys do that, though. I mean...
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, I was just thinking about reaching out to a woman that I dated a few years ago and seeing how she's doing.
Guys do that.
I'm curious how her life's going. I don't think anything will ever come out of it, but, you know, we liked each other well enough.
Do it.
Yeah, do it. Man, this has been a good stream. I like this. We start off, talk about some serious stuff. How do you deal with bad situations, hardships? And I know, I feel like
we're giving relationships.
I know, right? This is interesting. This is interesting. I like it. It was a mixed bag. The the title on the screen kind of changed throughout. It was good. I enjoyed it.
Yeah. Relationships are Let me tell you something about women.
Okay. Let's hear this. Let's clip this
really,
one out.
Women are both. They're less complicated, but more difficult than men think. Men think that women are really complicated, and they're really not. But they are more difficult than they're not easy to get right because we think they're complicated.
Okay.
And if we understood the ways in which they're simple, then things become easier.
See,
And
that's it. I'm super simple.
Every woman has one overriding drive that if you take care of that,
sorry.
if you take care of that, everything else becomes simpler. And that drive is
money,
safety.
Oh, safety.
And see, I'm not that. No.
Yeah, every woman says, but not me.
No.
Oh,
no, I'm
Tammy,
like,
he knows. SK knows. SK knows.
No, Sorry. But my husband, that's him. That's not me. Like, if I was living comfortably, I'm fine.
And it's not just about money, okay? Say secure in a relationship, for example.
Okay.
When a woman starts feeling insecure in areas of her life, it makes her lunatic. Because she doesn't just want security, she has to have it. It's genetic.
You need security, Tammy?
You know, I'm so independent.
Mm-hmm. There, more. I would say in today's world, it's less of a thing, but it's not completely gone.
Oh man, today's world, the dating scene, from what I know, which I don't know personally because I'm married, right? But from what I hear, the women are running things now. Fuck.
They don't like that.
Oh, see, I don't want to run things. Like, I want a man.
They seem to be. They seem to be enjoying it. I mean, there's some women that have like multiple. It's more so now that some women have like multiple men on tap, right? On
that's
call.
different.
How like men used to be the
how
players.
Many men have multiple women? Like, let's not go there.
True. But now it's more common now than it was in the past, where the women are definitely players now. Like kind of like how the
women do not like guys who are pushovers.
No, I hate that shit. Be a man. Make a decision.
That's
right.
Wear
the fucking pants. Like, I don't want to be in a relationship with another fucking woman.
Right?
Exactly. Exactly.
Like, be a fucking man. That's my biggest and
you have girlfriends for that other shit.
Right, exactly. And I don't mean to like put men down, but it seems in today's world, a lot of men don't know how to be a fucking man.
Oh no, they don't. A lot of betas, a lot of cucks.
And that is the fucking problem.
The problem, and agreeing with you and expanding on that, is that men have this idea that if they give women everything they say they want, that they will get to sleep with them. And it doesn't work like that.
That's like high school virgin mentality. I'm telling you everything. Yes. Please sleep with me. Please touch it. I told you everything, right? I agreed with you with everything, right? Please touch it.
Yes.
It's like no.
And see, I want a man to tell me no. Like, I'm gonna go out with my girlfriend.
No, Tammy.
You're not. You're gonna hang out with me. Well, that's just it. If my man, everything I say I'm gonna do, he says yes. Where's the fun in that?
I heard a woman say about her boyfriend one time. She said, "How can I ever trust you to stand up for me if you will never stand up to me?"
So right. True. So true.
That's very true.
I totally agree with that.
So, if you want a happy woman in your life, you gotta stand up, be a fucking man. Make decisions, and this is not being an asshole controlling dickhead.
No.
You make a decision as a starting point, right? It's like dancing. It's like social dancing. I don't mean club dancing. I mean social dancing. I mean ballroom type of dancing. The man leads the dance. He doesn't dictate the dance. He indicates through his posture and through subtle movements of his upper body and his legs which direction he intends to go. and he invites her to follow along. He doesn't push her. He indicates, I'm going this way. I'm going to the left. And she goes, okay, I'll do that. Or she could just stand there.
That's right.
If she doesn't want to do that.
Now, of course.
See, but there's.
Oh, go ahead, Tammy. Sorry.
I think the other issue too is women these days. Like, you can't compliment her because if you're complimenting her, that means you're gonna rape her or something. You can't. I mean, like women are like taking away the man's manhood. Like,
definitely
emasculating.
Yeah, they're totally emasculating them, and then that's why we have.
And then they complain that there's no men around it.
Exactly.
Right? They don't want to deal with them. Like you can't even open a door for a woman anymore without being called sexist or something. But like, bitch, I just opened the door for you.
Or a man can't compliment a woman on Facebook without being called thirsty.
Oh no!
I'm like, bitch, it's called a compliment.
Hell, there was a 19-year-old dude in England who was just convicted for touching the an arm of a woman, of a girl. He just touched her arm.
See, that's what I'm saying. It is just so fucking ridiculous. This feminism movement right now is I'm sorry.
This ladies giving women everything they say they want, even in the court systems, it's not going to turn out how they think it is.
Fuck no, it's not. No, but they'll have their rude awakening soon enough. So
they will.
Well, I'll let you in on a secret. A lot of the good men in the world, you know, women saying, "Where are they?" They're sitting it out.
Mm-hmm.
They literally on the sidelines when it comes to relationships because it ain't worth it.
Nope, it's not worth it. It's just might as well just buy, get a prostitute or something.
And why are you with somebody that is just you're not going to be happy anyway? So why do it?
And then end up losing half your assets in the process.
Yeah, exactly. It's not worth it.
There's so little upside to a long-term relationship for men these days. Why bother?
Yeah.
It's an extremely risky proposition, and men are figuring this out. We're not the dolts they portray us on TV.
We're not, man.
We figured this shit out. And, you keep, making life hard for men in relationships. We're just going to quit. And it's happening. It's been happening for 10 years now, and it's just getting stronger.
Yeah.
More and more men are just opting out.
And there's more alternatives, too. I mean, you can of course, all sorts of pornography everywhere. Sex dolls are on the rise. There's a fleshlight. There's prostitutes and shit like that. Fuck.
Well, social media. I mean, Facebook now even has a fucking dating app on it. Like, are we serious right now?
Yeah. By the way, guys, just do not do online dating. Just don't. Just don't do it.
Now, even online dating's different because I did it before, like 10 years ago, and there was actually people on there. Now it's just a bunch of bots and fake bullshit accounts.
Yeah, it's so easy to make. Well, not that I have any.
I did. Yeah, I did online dating for a long time. I had a lot of dates, met some interesting women, but it's just the wrong way to meet people. Live a fucking interesting life. We keep coming back to this.
Yeah.
Live your life, make it interesting, and interesting people will be attracted to you.
Exactly.
That's right.
Live the law of attraction.
Man, we covered so much on the stream tonight.
Be the kind of person you want to attract.
Yep, exactly. Exactly.
This is good. This is good. I'm just enjoying this, man. I'm just smoking cigars and enjoying this. I don't even.
I'm about to go have a cigarette.
Yeah.
Evil tobacco. Cancel.
Man, ladies, gentlemen, I hope you enjoyed this. If so, press the like button, share, subscribe. We covered so much. Hey, and if you want to listen and clip anything out and do something fun with that, feel free to, man. Feel free to, because I'm too lazy to do it. Yeah. I hope you enjoyed this. If so, thank you so much.
It was fun. A nice change of pace.
Yeah. All right. Y'all take it easy.